So growing up, I was not kind of like your traditional black kid that you would get on the block, especially coming from Reading, PA, which is like right there in the heart of the ghetto. So I know as a kid, I was one of the quietest kids, contrary to popular belief here at SU. I was one of the quieter kids around. I read my books. I would always engross myself in literature, a lot of cartoons, music, any kind of avenue that didn't really require other people that I had necessarily kind of interact with. So it wasn't until I found the kind of outlet in theater where I started to kind of find my voice. I kind of became louder. I wanted to see a lot more representation because every time growing up, I didn't realize my imagination when I thought of some of the protagonists that you would get in these books, or if you would even see them on TV, they would always be white males, kind of in my imagination. And that was just a product of pop culture, and that's kind of where that kind of took me in a sense. So I think about it now, and I'm just like, wow, why didn't I think maybe it was a black man or a black woman, maybe an Asian man, Asian woman, or something in that regard. So I wanted to see more representation of that on camera. I wanted to see more representation of that in literature and all that. So I found myself wanting to kind of push the envelope a little bit. That's why getting here and declaring a broadcasting major and then adding on my theater studies major as well, I wanted to find how theater utilized African Americans a little more, how to use more underrepresented groups here. And so kind of combining now both majors, I want to see, I want to be able to use media or film or any version of pop culture to kind of create more of a level playing field for kind of any underrepresented group at this point, just because I want kids to be able to grow up now and not in their imagination instantly think their protagonist is a white male. You can have your Olivia Popes, you can have your like Shonda Rhimes characters in that sense. You want more figures to kind of put your imagination around. I want to start being able to push that envelope, whether it's in the use of theater, if it's in the use of film, music, or any kind of performing arts outlet. I want to kind of change the game for, especially like for me growing up, I wanted to change the game for African American males and just say, on TV, they're no longer always the criminals. On TV, they're no longer the deadbeat fathers. You get a positive representation throughout the entire way through. So you can see African American males being the businessmen, being the doctors, being the good fathers that they can be. I want to see more of that on TV. So that's why I decided getting into here and even taking a full year to know I want to use broadcasting and theater as a way to combine both of those and increase the representation. So my name is Marquise Richards. Say my name.